Well, good morning, everybody. It's a nice, cool morning, 4:36 right now. Heading up to KI. It's a beautiful day. Seems to be. Hopefully it is. But good qualities and some bad qualities. Good quality is temperatures finally dropped. It's 28 degrees right now. Bad thing is the wind's back because the cold air is blowing in. So that might alter where I have to sit, but we'll see. I mean, hopefully it dies down, but you never know. We'll see what happens. Well, got about a good hour and a half anyway to get where I gotta go, so see you then. Well, here I am, first shooting light, and that wind is just whipping. I'm in the mountains now, so it's gonna be really unpredictable where you are. Hopefully it dies down. I'm watching down that way. It's still a little bit dark to be able to see, though it is actually legal shooting light right now. I've had some snow in spots. You can see over here, there's a little light specks of it on the ground right there. But in some places, the ground was all white. We shall see. Let me finish getting ready here and see what happens, I guess. Well, I'm out here all bundled up. It is pretty cold. I think it was like 26 the last I saw, or I shut the truck off. That wind is just a whipping. So it's, wind chill's obviously making a difference. And we got speckles and dusting of snow around here up in KI. Some of the higher elevation I saw snow. And I drove through some, just powder on the side of the road and edges. So it's definitely cold enough to snow. We've had a little bit of snow, but not enough to do any tracking or anything yet. Kind of had to reroute where I was going to go because of the wind. I didn't realize it was going to be quite this windy out, so got a little bit of a range here. I'll sit here for a while. I may go up further later on. We'll have to see. Don't want to do a lot of traveling. Just gasoline's just so expensive that I can't drive all over the place like I'd like to. Like in the good old days. So, see what happens. And wish me luck, and maybe something will show up here. I've come here many times and seen deer crossing here this early in the morning, so usually I'm getting here just in time with my headlights on to see them take off in the woods. So I got here a little bit early, but it's not dark anymore, so who knows. They've been doing some work to this road too, repairing and replacing some bridges and stuff. So, and there was another area where it was kind of washed out, so it kind of slowed me down getting in here. But I'm in here now. We'll see what happens. There's a little bit of snow in the woods and stuff. Down this range for this morning. It's another windy day. Pray if this wind would stop. You guys been hearing me say that a lot lately. Like every time there's warm weather and that cold, you get that wind ushering in the cold weather and it just blows all day long. But it's here for a while now, by the looks of it, for the whole week, so hopefully it calms down. I mean, it got here last night. It started getting here last night, I should say, so Please, God, let it stop so I have a fighting chance. See how it goes, everybody. Some snow spitting. So far I haven't seen anything today. That wind's still blustery. It seems like it may be slowing down a little bit, hopefully. Almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon now. The wind's slowing down a little bit. Picks up every once in a while. Stop spitting snow. Still low 30s, I think. It's gonna be a cool day. I don't think it's supposed to get any warmer than 38 or 39 today. Haven't seen much today so far. So hopefully this evening will be a better situation, but we'll see. Seen deer out here plenty of times. It's a crossing for 100 yards in front of me. It's the right place at the right time, right? See what happens. Fingers across. Snowing off and on all day. Looks like some more snow clouds coming in now. Awful quiet day today. You don't hear a lot of traffic out here, and I think I've heard one plane. I heard it, I didn't see it. No other vehicles coming here. I haven't heard any heavy equipment working anywhere. And nothing's come out. I go down to like the last 2 hours now, so hopefully something comes out there. We'll see. Down to the last hour. Clouds are rolling in. Behind me. Down as far as that, you can see that road, it's 240 yards per shot, all the way down to the end. Using the 7mm again. Hopefully something skirts along that edge and comes out. Usually that's what happens, or has happened in the past, I guess. We'll see. Well, got done shooting that rifle for my brother and got that sighted in. Been trying to find a place to sit for the evening. And I think I found a spot up here. Actually, I've driven past where I want to see him. I want to sit on a high hill up there. And watch this is a bunch of old slashings and clear cuts. And about 100 yards where I thought I could probably park. See a nice trail coming out of the right, going across. So just want to look for deer tracks. I'm just kind of winging it today. Everywhere I've researched and looked for the past year hasn't been panning out. So I'm just gonna throw my hat to the wind today and give it a try. I'm gonna sit up on this hill and watch down this range. See what happens. I'll get you some footage in a minute once I turn around up here another 100 yards and face this direction. A long ways down. Definitely gonna be 7mm Remington Magnum land. So I'll show you that once I get all set up. Well, got my little spot here. First time I've ever sat here. Got a decent range and a nice view. You can't really see a lot besides the road, but on both sides there's some slash cuttings where you know, they used to stack logs and stuff, so it's all slashing in there. It's opened up pretty good, and there's a nice trail, I don't know, about 75, 80 yards away. Crosses over, and there's a couple more way down. So I got about 300 yards of range I can see here. If I was more on the road, I could see further, but I don't want to be blocking the road. When you're hunting, you're not allowed to block any roads. So I'm in the side pretty good right here. So I'll give you a little video of what I got out there. Using the 7mm Remington Magnum again. For this kind of range, I need that. Beautiful place out there. Hoping maybe something will come out across the road for the evening. It's only like 37 degrees out right now, so the wind finally has died down, so I'm ready and willing to see what happens here. Part of this setup I got facing north straight ahead, so we're getting a slight wind from the northwest, so it's blowing from north across the road to behind me, so my scent should be fine. And also I have the sun behind me, so that's not getting in your eyes, but it may get in their eyes if you're aiming on them, if they're trying to look up this way till the sun goes down. So those are a couple of things I paid attention to when I parked the truck right here, and comes in handy if you think about that stuff when you're looking for places to sit. Down to the last hour right now. Feel a cool air coming in. It's getting a lot colder out. Haven't seen anything yet. Had one small pickup truck drive by me. That was it. I'll show you what I got. Well, nothing again. Heading on out of here, heading home. Maybe I'll see something. Give me a clue on where to hunt tomorrow, but I don't know. It's getting down there into the third week of deer season right now, so the rut should be going by now. You'd think you'd see more animals moving around. But, you know, the one thing that kind of irks me about hunting, especially out public land like this, I was sitting out here watching this straightaway and down to the last half hour, and sure enough, a vehicle comes through. So I was like, well, still got a half an hour, maybe something will come through, you know, you never know, maybe sometimes they wait for a vehicle to go by and then they'll come out. So I'm sitting there sitting and listening, and I swear I hear something in the woods a little bit. And 5 minutes before, well actually it was 9 minutes before shooting light was over, 9 minutes, here comes another vehicle, a Jeep with its headlights off, coming up the road. You know, creeping away. I'm assuming, you know, obviously they're probably trying to see if they can see something in the woods or coming out or on the edges, but, you know, that messes up people like me trying to sit there in one spot, wait till the shooting light's over, you know, just waiting for something, hopefully. So that vehicle going by, and it was 5 minutes of, and by that time, I can't see. I can't even see, even though you got, you know, I think today was 4:39, 4:35, I wouldn't shoot because I can't tell what I'm looking at anymore. I know when you look through a scope, it's a little bit better, but, you know, people would just stay still until the shooting light was over. Some people who are sitting have a chance. You don't realize you're messing up disabled people's chances of getting a deer, or you know, an elderly person who's trying to just sit in one spot in the vehicle. Just sit for the time till it's over, because you know, you may be doing one thing, but somebody else is trying to do something else. You're just driving on out. Especially if you've gone in there and you already saw these people sitting there. You gotta know that they're trying. You know, I don't get much of a chance. I can't walk in for miles and all that stuff like a lot of, you know, like a lot of the other people can. It just gets frustrating. You know, my camp is, you know, it's land I own, but I don't post it yet. But the way things are going, I'm going to have to post it and just make it my own little sanctuary of hopefully get something. But we're on a thought process now of having that land cut, because it's just, there's nothing in there for anything to eat. It's wicked thick, and there's a lot of dead growth, and not dead growth, but either you got a million things this tiny growing right next to each other, so you couldn't even walk in there. It's so thick with stuff that's just not going to grow good in the first place. And anything that's getting really tall is starting to die and fall down anyway, so might as well make a little bit of money, get that land cut, and then start from scratch and grow what you want in there. I like to put more apple trees in, and then obviously the skidded trails would be clear. Then if something's gone through there, be able to use those as food plots. You know, nice long food plots, and then maybe build some kind of elevated ground blinds in there, and maybe one or two of them somewhere in strategic areas. But that's thoughts on my mind. My brother and I were discussing that. So I don't know. You guys, let me know what you guys think. Because as a growing deer TV fellow says, it's just a biological desert right now. There's really not a lot of food in there for them to eat. There's not a lot of sunlight getting in to let things grow. So that's my complaint for the day, and a little suggestion on what I want to try to do with my property. Today's Tuesday. Tomorrow is supposed to be some bad weather, rain and snow. I think they said we could get an inch of snow. But if it's snow, it'll be dry enough to sit somewhere possibly. But if it said it's supposed to turn to rain afterwards, which will make it a big mess. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I may hunt near the stone walls, you know, close to the home, or come back out here and sit again. But it just gets frustrating when people keep driving by. Alright, I found it a secluded enough area. This time of year, deer season, you're not going to find many secluded areas. People are driving everywhere. Especially, you know, the RUT should be this week. So people are driving just looking for that off the wall chance that a buck's running around somewhere instead of sitting still. But we'll see. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Appreciate y'all watching. Morning, everybody. See, it's snowing out. Back out here in KI. Went to that long range area again. Figured if it's gonna be snowing, they figured we get like 2 to 5 inches here. So hopefully it won't be a lot of people out. And with this weather, usually when it's snowing or raining, I see animals up here. So decided to bite the bullet and drive up here again. I didn't bring my big camera, sadly. In the bad weather, I didn't want it to be outside, so I couldn't really use it anyway. But I will give you some footage of what I got. Show you where I'm sitting for the day. Here we are, using a 7mm Remington Magnum again. Got a 500-yard range. In the snow. Supposed to change over to rain around 2, at least Quebec area. I don't know about up here in these higher elevations. It may snow all day. We'll see. See if something comes up. Wish me luck, everyone. And snowing. Rifle's getting buried in the snow. I'm gonna take that, bring it in. Turn on the heat in the truck and dry it out. So far, nothing. It's a quiet, peaceful day. Haven't seen a single vehicle either so far. Knock on wood. Well, it's still snowing. You can see where I was parked. I'm gonna head on down close to the gate, out that way. I haven't had any luck here today, and I don't want to be snowed in if it gets too bad out here. I don't know what the weather's gonna do, and I got a pretty steep hill to go down, so I'm gonna head closer that way. Got ice all up on the truck. Sort of like mixing with rain and stuff and freezing up, so best be safe than sorry. Well, finally made it to the next spot I wanted to sit for the rest of the day here. It's really a decent deer crossing. I don't know with this weather what's going to happen today, but you never know. No traffic's been through this road here, so maybe I have a fighting chance anyway. But the snow is turning to rain down here in the lower elevations, and there's not quite as much snow in the first place. We had about 4 inches where I originally was this morning, but now down here it was about maybe an inch, and now it's starting to rain on top of that, so I don't know how long it's going to last. It's going to be a nice mess getting out of here. But I'll roll this window down and show you where I am. Yeah, watching here. It's a nice long range, about 250 yards out there. Weather, but sometimes this is when the animals move. So you did see a few trucks. So I met one coming in here. One was heading out. And there was a road right behind me that another vehicle went up further past me, but nobody went down this road. So it's a fighting chance anyway. See what happens.
Hey everybody, how you doing? Getting a little bit of a late start. I'm at the ground blind today, the elevated ground blind behind my brother's place. Hope I can get a doe out here. They've been having them come out in the evening, he said, so close to evening anyway, so we'll see if something comes out. We had some snow, if you can't tell. I feel like I'm dressed like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man today. I got my, all my cold weather gear on. So it's hard moving around, so I can't move very far without getting really heated up. So I'll try and take my time and get into this blind, and I'll get you some footage once I get in there. See, right over there is the small food plot. It's completely buried in snow now. Here's the back side of the blind. I gotta try and get up these steps with this stuff. I got my rifle. I'm using a 7mm round Magnum today. Binoculars and GoPro and a few other things. I'll get you some footage in there once I'm all set up. Alright, here I am, all set up. Got the 7mm round Magnum here today. Watching the big plot there. See the small plot. It's all covered in snow. I did scan the big plot with my binoculars, and over to this left side I can see the snow. There's some deer tracks in there, probably from last night. So hopefully they'll come out today sometime, but we'll see. Degrees out now, so it's warmed up a bit. Haven't seen anything. Not even a squirrel. I don't think I've seen a bird today. Very quiet. Wind's coming from the west, so it's blowing in that direction. So it should be perfect for over there. Show you what I got. Seeing a couple of gray squirrels and a red squirrel so far. Not many birds at all today. Starting to spit some more snow. Got a ways still ahead. It's probably around 11 maybe. I think into shooting lights like 4:37 or 4:38. So got a ways more to sit. Wish luck. It's all pretty good right now. Still watching the gray squirrels out there digging in the ground. yesterday. My brother was here. And my brother's in KI and I'm here. Trying to keep this place occupied in case something shows up. Heard a shot. Haven't seen anything in a while now. It's getting cold out. It's almost 3 o'clock. And the shooting light is 4:35, I believe, today. I don't know. We'll see what happens.